Hey, you guys, it's been a minute, close to a year, right? I know it's been a while. I've been negligent, but so much has been going on, fairness in my defense. A lot. So some moving, change of environment, change of work. So there's a lot of stuff going on, such that I couldn't follow through with what I was supposed to do. But I'd like to think I'm settled now. I'd like to think I'm able to do what needs to be done. And by God's grace, could come up with some level of consistency. So much has been happening in the world. I hope everyone is fine. I hope you haven't missed me too much. Yeah. See you on the flip side. So you guys, I think there's a need for me to emphasize something or to add something to what I had already said earlier. I remember in one of my videos I said there's no such thing as good or bad people, and this is something that it's a concept that is still revealing itself to me. And it's true, as human beings or as spirit beings, our bodies are vessels, and we can house several other spirits, several other influences apart from that of our own. We were made in God's image, and God is pure, but at the same time, we are still susceptible to other spirits, other influences. So, the same way one person can have a positive testimony of you, is the same way another person can have a completely negative testimony of you. Or the same person can attest to both the good and bad you have done to them. So then, our actions, in actual sense, do not define us, do not define who we are. They are blurred lines. It is not black and white. Our actions simply manifest what we are holding in our vessels at that time. Within us, we have both good and evil. But what you sit down to feed, whether it is you feeding it intentionally or whether it grows over time as a reaction to what you have experienced, and your subconscious mind absorbs that and feeds that, or whether it is what other people have done to you and you subconsciously absorb that as well and feed that, it influences what you give out at different points in time. Likewise, we do good, sometimes motivated by us feeding ourselves to do good, sometimes out of the good we have experienced from others and whatnot. Ever noticed how in the Lord's Prayer we ask for God to forgive us for our sins that we have committed knowingly and unknowingly? It depends on the extent. Sometimes we do bad things to such an extent that we are not even conscious of what we are doing. In that moment, we are enraged by the bad we have fed, and it has grown, and it momentarily takes over even our reasoning, even our conscience, and sometimes. And the sick cycle to all this is that the bad or good that we do, that we are victims of, our own good and bad that we are victims of, that we project onto other people, also contributes to their good and bad. Just like other people projected their good or bad onto us. You see, God is complicated. His creation will be nothing less of complicated as well. We like to box things as opposed to thinking of them on a broader level. Once you understand that there is more to good and bad, you will look at the hurt that people have inflicted on you from a totally different point of view. As much as you will want to take offense, you will understand that they themselves are victims of what they are doing to you, whether they know it or not. Just like they were victims of what someone else did to them, just like other people are victims of what you did to them. We are really all at the mercy of what we contain. We are vessels. Be careful what you allow into you. Be careful what you allow yourself, your spirit to absorb, what energy you're absorbing. Because yes, as much as it hurts, as much as it makes you feel all sorts of things you are entitled to feel, it could easily consume you, and you subconsciously feed the bad in you. That will be made manifest to the people who experience the bad side of you. Hence forgiveness. We forgive because we are forgiven. No one has the right to claim forgiveness unless they themselves put themselves in a position to forgive. It is easy to sit down and say what has been done to you, as painful as it may be, God knows. But sit down and reflect on what you could have done to someone else, maybe even dozens of other people, before you fail to forgive one person. Look at how many people you have wronged, knowingly or unknowingly. So really, there's no such thing as good or bad people. We are all just instruments of higher entities It just depends on what you feed in the moment.